Hey y'all, welcome back to Mama's Woody Tarot. It's Mama, of course. So, I say it's Mama, like it's gonna be somebody else, but I still like to introduce myself. Let me take a sip of water, but because this is gonna be a rough one. We are going to be looking into Jeffrey Epstein. Yes. All right. I just want to know, like, what is it that we're really missing? What don't we know? Because it's obviously a big deal, you know, with the files wanting to come out, but then there's backlash, there's people who don't want it to come out. Like, I just want to know what it is that we're really missing, what pieces of the puzzle could be valuable, you know, my psychic downloads, you know, my opinion, not fact, all alleged, okay, this is all alleged, my opinion, not fact, or, you know, anything of the sort. I have to start remembering to say that in my videos. Okay, because I ain't trying to have nobody come after me saying that I'm saying anything about them. This is alleged for entertainment purposes only. My psychic downloads. I do put that in the comments though. I don't know why I stopped the video, y'all, but I normally shuffle the decks. That's why I was like, girl, you jumped in, you didn't even shuffle the decks. It don't matter, we going with it. I went ahead and asked Chat GPT what's the top 10 questions that people are asking to Chat GPT about Jeffrey Epstein, so that we just go ahead and go into it and see exactly, you know, what do people really want to know, what the peoples want to know, and then we're going to see if we can get the answers here. Okay, so the first question is, who was Jeffrey Epstein? So I'm going to go ahead and see, like, about his personality with that. That's how I'm going to take that. So ancestors, you know, I've already said my prayers, you know, saved with my Palo Santo and all that, so we're good. I got my candle going, all that good stuff. We're good. But yes, please let me know about his personality. Alright. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, so definitely like to shop, like nice things with this retail therapy guru, like to spend money. Definitely like to indulge and have fun. Coffee addict could be literal, but I also take it as, you know, him liking to socialize. He was very much a social person, a socializer, like to talk, chat, hang out with people. The overwhelmed mom is the only thing that I'm, you know, interested in, and we'll go a little bit deeper to see what that's about. But I don't like the fact that there's a, you know, a small Nino on that picture, but we'll go into that. Toilet paper hoarder, definitely thought he was the, you know, shorty is the sugar honey iced tea. Yeah, he definitely thought he was. Totally in love with himself. Ugh, I don't know why, that's just what I got from that. Like, he was super duper obsessed and in love with himself, and he thought he was just the most cool, cute, charming guy. Like, but anyways, definitely attached, insatiable with this hungry beast. Like, definitely just hungry, okay, greedy, thirsty, needy, feedy, always having to feed whatever this hungry beast was. This attachment that he had. This card, yo, every time I look at this card, I'm just like, whoa. Trend chaser, this one is interesting, but it really gives me with these red dots and everything, it's giving me the idea that whatever the people around him was involved in, he was also involved, right? He was, you know, whatever this bloodline, culty type stuff, like he was into that, right? Like he was chasing those type of things. He wanted to be in the know, he wanted to be in the scene, he wanted to be a part of it, he wanted to be a big player, is what I just heard. As a matter of fact, he didn't just want to be a part of it, he wanted to be a big player. Okay, now I see what this overwhelmed mom is, because it's one of those things where he got himself over invested, okay, where he might have thought that he was better than these people, okay, and because remember they did say he had a list. So, you know, with this, he felt like there was something different about him where he was a little bit better than these people. He put himself on a pedestal, and so in that way, he kind of looked, yeah, he looked down on the people that was around him and what they was doing, and something became overwhelming where he took on too much, all right, where he basically didn't know that there was a price to pay for this situation, all right, with whatever he got involved in. It could have, we're gonna have to go into it, y'all, because it's giving me something, but I ain't gonna say it yet. If it comes out, it comes out. But it definitely is giving me the vibe that he got into it, and he thought that, I'm not gonna get myself overly involved, with this Netflix and chill in reverse. I'm only doing this so I can, get information on people with this coffee addict. I'm trying to see what I can find out. I'm trying to get leverage on people, but it got overwhelming to the point where he got intertwined with these things. All right, that's what this gives me. But as far as his personality, he's, his energy was kind of scattered and all over the place, and he was not really able to find peace of mind. And with this Netflix and chill in reverse, it kind of gives me that he really wasn't that much of a romantic kind of guy, wasn't too much into the Netflix and chilling, type of vibe, sleeping and enjoying himself. Like, it's weird. It doesn't really get that he was so much into that, or maybe not with women. Maybe with, I don't know. We're going to have to go into that more and see. So, that's what we'll do. Yeah. That's his personality. What we got so far as his personality. Definitely Zoom meeting survivor. This is what I'm saying on the bottom of the deck. It was one of those things where he thought he was going to be collecting information and he was going to be on the outskirts, but whatever he was doing and working with, he was intertwined and involved. Like he was there. All right, so let's go into some tarot really quick and see. Tell me about this overwhelmed mom and all this other stuff. Because I'm just like, what? I'm shuffling too much. Okay, tell me about this overwhelmed mom. What is this overwhelmed mom? Five of Swords and the Fool in reverse. So, like I said, he got himself intertwined with something that he was not ready for. He was not prepared for. With this Fool in reverse, it's given that he wasn't ready. He opened up a can of worms. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And he went into this unprepared. He thought that he had it all together and he was going to be able to stand alone with this Five of Swords. All right, he thought that he was going to be strong. Okay, you see all these different grubby hands. He thought that he was going to be strong and he was going to get the leverage that he needed to compete, basically, to keep himself above water and keep him and possibly expose these people. I'm not even gonna lie, with this Five of Swords. But he was foolish. He was dumb to even think that he could get himself intertwined in something like that. All right, I couldn't listen with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I mean, not in reverse. The Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, he definitely got his whole chest chopped off. Okay, cut out and ripped out. Okay, and this is what happened. Listen, you see this person? Whistleblower. That's what this is giving me. It literally looks like this person is blowing. Listen, whistleblower, that is what it's giving me. He tried it, and it just didn't go the way that he wanted it to be. He was trying to be some sort of whistleblower. Give me this Netflix and chill in reverse. What is this Netflix and chill in reverse? Oh, that's a lot. All right, we got the Nine of Swords and the Devil in reverse. So, ooh. So basically, he had a hard time keeping himself wrapped up and keeping it to himself. Everything that he knew, everything that he was doing, like I said, he became insatiable. All right, he started to become addicted to it. It became an addiction for him, and it was something that was unhealthy. Right. So not only having all of those thoughts, everything that he saw, everything that he knew, it was haunting him. Right. But also, not only was it haunting him, but he couldn't help but use people's vices against them. That's what I'm getting from this Nine of Swords and the Devil in reverse, and this Netflix and chill in reverse. It's like he knew people's deepest, darkest secrets, the things that people didn't want to be out there. He definitely had access and knowledge of people's deepest, darkest secrets. All right, the things that haunted them and kept them up at night. He knew about it, and he was trying to use that as leverage. All right, listen, he was dancing with the devil though, and that's the part that he didn't really understand. That when you dance with the devil, confirmation, you're going to get intertwined. All right, there's no way that you can stay separated from these things. Okay, listen, I cannot make it up. Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Pentacles. 10, 8, 7. Interesting. So I don't know, it could have been something significant about October of 87 or January of 87. But either way, he definitely knew about people deepest darkest secrets, and he was trying to use that to his advantage, all right, to keep his things in order, but it got out of control, all right. He got manipulated by whatever work he was trying to do, whatever things he was trying to do behind the scenes, okay, to create his own legacy and to create a foundation for himself. That's what he was trying to do, become famous and infamous and build a legacy here. Whatever he was trying to do off of this situation, he became intertwined with it, because he realized that you can't manipulate the powers that be without becoming attacked after a certain point, because they're not going to let you know about certain things without you being involved. So this is what happened with the trend chaser. They was like, if you want to find out this information, if you want to get access to certain things, then you have to be involved. That's what he realized. All right, he got manipulated and played, and I don't feel sorry for him, because he chose to do these things and be involved in these things, all right, these nasty things that he was doing. He knew what he was doing when he got involved in these things. So I don't feel sorry for the man, but I do want to look into seeing more on this 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles, because it's a lot about money, right? It's a lot about finances. This is all about him building a legacy. So I want to get the picture here as we go into the next question, because the next question is, what crimes was Epstein accused of, and how did he make his money? So that's what we'll look into next. Firstly, how did he make his money? Because this is telling me a lot about how he made his money. So let's see here. How did he make his money? And then we'll see what crimes he was accused of. All right, as far as how he made his money, yeah, listen, heart in reverse with the shovel. So like I said, when the abusive, negative, nasty things that people were doing, the cold-hearted things that people were doing, he was digging up dirt on these people, and that is how he was making his money. All right, definitely by harming people, okay, and using what they had done. Oh, he was very sneaky. All right, we got the scarab and the volcano coming out in reverse. So he was basically saying, like, listen, if you pay me, I'll keep these things under wraps for you. Like, he was basically, he extorted people. That's it. It's simple. He was a simple extortionist. That's how he made his money. All right, was by digging up dirt on people and then using them against him to increase his money, and taking advantage of them to decrease their money, like, getting a payout from them, so that he would so-called not, put these things out into the light. With this volcano coming out in reverse, he wouldn't cause storms and problems for these people. Yeah, with the ladder in reverse and the house. Listen, the way how he made his money was basically by attacking people when they were down, okay? When with this ladder in reverse, that's giving me that man downstairs, okay? The thing that people were doing that was low, okay? I don't know how else to say it. That the devilish things that people were doing, okay, behind closed doors, he used that to take advantage of them. When I noticed that this house card comes out a lot for me to represent cult. It's been coming out a lot lately. So when I see home or house or things, this is talking about bloodline. This is talking about cult. This is, oh, my stomach. The pain that just came, yeah, I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but he basically was sneaky, all right, and he was deception in the dark is what I'm getting. So he basically was figuring out what is the deceptive things that these people were doing in the dark, and then once he collected the information, all right, once he got what he needed, he was using that against these people, okay, to get a handout. All right, I can't make it up, with hand coming out on the bottom of the deck. He basically had his hand in everything, and because of that, he was able to get handouts. He was able to get things from people, because he knew about the shit that they was doing, and he was like, listen, either I bring it to the light with this star and mirror in reverse, or you keep me quiet, okay? You make me a part. You make me a part of the family. You bring me in, okay, with this tree. You give me a piece of the pie, all right, and help me build something. We can build some sort of foundation together, or whatever it is that you have with this star, I'm gonna bring it to the light. But if you want to keep that closed and hidden behind closed doors with the mirror in reverse, then here you're gonna hand it over. You're gonna give me what it is that I'm asking for. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing as far as what it is that, how it is that he made his money, okay? That's definitely how he made his money. What was the other question? Oh, the crimes that he was accused of. All right, so what crimes was he accused of? I don't want this video to be too long, but we'll see how long it goes. Crimes was he accused of? Because there's only 10 questions, so crimes was he accused of? I'm not using tarot for this, and I'm not using my true crime deck. I might have to get into the true crime deck, because I'm just like, bro, greed. Yeah, being some sort of, with this B, being some sort of leader. Yeah, causing storms for people. Yeah, being the DEVIL. Taking advantage of people, opening up new opportunities for himself with the door. Moon in reverse, being very secretive. Lots of deception. Somebody that can't be trusted with this devil in reverse. Hag. Listen, they definitely knew that the woman that he was dealing with was definitely someone that also, this is basically someone that you shouldn't cross, is what this is giving me. Let me see what Hag also says in this deck, because now I'm being pulled to that. It says fears, nightmares, bizarre or malicious encounters. So yeah, people feared him. They was definitely scared of him, because he was a bizarre person. He was a weird person. He would do a lot of evil, malicious things towards people. He had no problem causing chaos, wreaking havoc with this storm, causing trouble for people. Definitely a greedy individual. But also, this is giving me cunning, right, with this octopus. So he was smart. He wasn't he wasn't just a dingbat when it came to things. He definitely knew how to multitask and get himself entangled, and have his hand in different pots, and always be viewed in the forefront. People always have him on the front of their mind with this B. Like, he was always around, buzzing, right? He made sure that he stayed in contact with people, and he stayed on the forefront. I also wanted to check up on what Moon is. 14. Sorry, y'all. Moon says natural cycles, lunacy, dark emotions, a wayward soul. All right, so he was definitely, people thought he was crazy, lunatic. All right, a lot of dark emotions. He definitely was off his rocker. Okay, wayward soul. So, like I said, with this wayward soul, he definitely initially had a quote unquote purpose of being an avenger. That could have been what he turned out to be, but instead he chose to use it for his own personal gain. He chose to use it for negativity. He chose to use it to cause problems for people. That's why people saw him as the devil. That's why people saw him as a demon. They saw him as evil and nasty. All right, he was very, very abusive and deceitful, and he was not to be trusted. Okay, with this devil in reverse. Not a friend, not a kind friend, not a good friend. Just not of the divine. All right, definitely dark here. And that's what he's been accused of by not only the media, but by the people that's around him and the people that have been victims of him. It's just very, very sinister and evil and dark and nasty. Okay, that's what I could say. He's definitely known as harmful. Okay, so let's get into the next questions. What happened to Epstein in jail on August 10th, 2019? And why do people think he didn't unalive himself? Okay, so now, like I said, we're gonna have to just go ahead and get into the true crime deck. And let's just see. Alright, let's just see. Oh God, I'm dropping cards. I didn't even want to get into this, y'all. I may go back to the tarot and just see it on the listen, I'm seeing revenge coming out here. So that's the energy of what happened to him in jail. Some sort of revenge was enacted. Okay, so this is what happened to him on that day, August 10th, 2019. What happened to Epstein on that day? What's on the bottom of the deck? Look at what is on the bottom of the deck, y'all. So this is that sick stuff. I mean, like, we got that coming out twice. All right, we got it twice here, just so y'all see, y'all know what's going on. Okay. Let me cover that. I don't even like looking at them cards. Oh wait, it's over here too. I totally forgot. So yeah, y'all know what's going on. Alright, so what happened on that day? Oh, it was definitely a disaster with this fire. Seeing trapped in reverse. We got no killer, mind control, party in reverse. Oh my God, this was not a happy day. Okay, this was a dark day, I will tell you that. Bro. Alright, so yeah. I don't have nothing to say. Like, I don't have nothing to say. Trapped in reverse and home. So he got out and he went home on that day. Okay. Oh, okay. Listen, we got party and life insurance coming out in reverse. So they basically saying, this shit, whatever we thought we was gonna be celebrating and happiness and whatever, and everybody thought it was a good day, oh, happy day, oh, Epstein passed away, or whatever people was thinking, it was not a happy day. Those people was not partying. They tried to enact some sort of revenge on this man, but I guess he was steps ahead. All right, they might have sent someone towards him, you know what I'm saying, with this, but they definitely targeted him. That's what I'm getting from that card, that blank kill, you know what I'm saying. They targeted him, right, for some sort of disaster to happen with this fire. Okay, but they unexpectedly, this revenge that they was trying to enact on him to get rid of him because he got all of the deepest, darkest secrets and he knows about all of the stuff that they've done, it did not work. Okay, whatever, this mind control and caregiver in reverse. So listen, I guess there was supposed to be somebody that was supposed to follow through somebody didn't follow through on something that they were supposed to do. All right, it didn't work. Okay, it did not work with the serial killer. And then we got, what is this, the beach coming out in reverse? This is what I'm saying. It didn't go swimmingly. It didn't go well. It didn't go good. It didn't happen the way that it was supposed to. This man ended up going home with his fake death. Listen, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, Jeffrey Epstein is currently alive. That man is not dead. They tried to, all right, they tried to enact revenge on him that day. That was the plan. That was the plot. They sent someone towards him, all right, and they thought that this person was going to get the job done, but this person did not do it. Whoever this person was, Jeffrey was able to infiltrate in this person, all right, and this person helped him to fake his death or whatever the case may be, and yeah, it didn't work out the way that they wanted it to work out. Okay, very, very careless with this caregiver in reverse. All right, it was very poorly thought out and planned, and it didn't work out. And with this life insurance in reverse, it's giving me like the life insurance is like, you know, give me the insurance that this person is no longer living, right, so that we can celebrate and be happy with this party. And it's like, no, they didn't get the life insurance, so it didn't end happy for them. It didn't end well. That's freaking bonkers, bro. I gotta get out this energy, bro, because that's bonkers. That's freaking crazy. Yeah, my ancestors, bro. Baby, like you say you want clear and accurate messages. Well, here go your clear and accurate messages, right? Okay, so rightfully so, people, you know, thinking that he didn't, because he didn't. So let's see. Another question is, what happened to Ghislaine Maxwell? They say that she's currently locked up. So I dropped a card. Damn, I'm gonna go get it in a second, but let's see what happened with Ghislaine. Let's just check real quick what happened with Ghislaine Maxwell. We know that he was in a relationship with her, and she was supposedly convicted in 2021 for trafficking and grooming. Okay, girls, and helping for Epstein, and then she was sentenced to what, 20 years, they say. So let's see how accurate and true all that is. Boy, oh boy, I never expected this to be like that. But my ears is ringing, so no, I know I ain't gonna say much. Alright, so what happened with Ghislaine? Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, that girl losing it. Oh, wow. Okay, she's what's going on with her, with this transition in RIP, her having to get locked up, it's leaving her very, very mentally unstable with the chakras coming out of reverse. She feels totally out of whack, out of balance. And then we also have mentally and emotionally unstable coming out. So she's definitely feeling, I hope y'all can see these. She's feeling real negative at this time. She's not doing good. She can't, you know, she's stuck pretty much with this movement on the reverse. She feel like she's stuck. She want to be outside. She want to be living her life, enjoying her wife. Her wife. I don't know why I was gonna say enjoying her wife. Well, mature woman did come out in reverse. I don't know if she is really with a woman or she has a wife. I don't know what the situation is behind closed doors. I don't know about these people, but she's definitely feeling really negative. She feels like, you know, her reputation has been ruined. She's really, really stuck in the energy of, you know, distaste. All right, she can't move on from it. Obsession is coming out of reverse. She's stuck, all right, in that place. Whatever this ritual is, which we can look into it real quickly with the tarot. Yeah, manifestation in reverse. Nothing that she tries to make happen. That's what this ritual in reverse is. She's praying, all right? She's crying out. She's praying to God. She's hoping. She's asking for a second chance. She's like, please, please, please let me get up out of here. Let me get out of this situation. She's really hoping for things to start to turn in her favor and start to go her way. But I am not seeing that is happening. I dropped the card. Sorry, y'all. But I am not seeing that is happening. But she can't stop with this obsession in reverse. She's stuck. Okay, where she is in this mentally and emotionally unstable energy. Hold up. One of these cards is not flipped properly. Let me fix that if I could find it. Here we go. No, listen, 9 of Cups in reverse is the one card that was not flipped properly. She feels very, very alone. Okay, very desperate. All right, bitter in the energy. She is so scared and afraid and alone and just wanting to know, like, how can she get to paradise? All right, she feels like her life is a disaster. It's been destroyed, and she's secretly hoping and praying that she can get herself out of this situation, that she can protect her life and her assets and bring some sort of rainbows and sunshine back to her life. All right, she really wants to be out on an island somewhere just enjoying, but this is giving me the energy of regret with this 9 of Cups in reverse. I ain't even gonna lie, but hey, you know, who am I to say? You know, you can't have regret when you sit up here doing this type of stuff. You know, she definitely feels like she got herself intertwined with the wrong people. But why would you even do something like this? She feels very, very childish. Remember, mature woman is coming out in reverse. She's ashamed. She's ashamed that she can't stop thinking about what she's done, and she's praying to God to change up her situation and fix it and help her. But I mean, girl, what is going on? Who told you to even get yourself involved in something like this? Yeah, she feels manipulated with the 7 of Pentacles. She trying to say that, you know, someone else was controlling her. Like she was confused. She didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know what was the right choice to make. Like, yeah, she's seeing things in a totally different light now with this 2 of Wands in reverse. You know, but she can't escape. That's the problem with that 2 of Wands. She's stuck in the energy. She cannot escape from it. 5 of Pentacles, focused on the past, feels left out in the cold in the energy. Feel like, you know, she was left for dead, literally, to pick up the pieces. She feel like like wasted, like a piece of trash. Like she wasted her time and her energy, and no one cares. No one's coming to save her. Nobody cares. It's a lot about this Empress. I feel like she had there's a woman that she's thinking about and worrying about. But she, you know, she's trying to get back to whoever this person is. She's carrying a lot of burdens, a lot of stress, anxiety. You know, she's been dealing with a lot of drama with this moon. She can't sleep. She's being haunted. Literally, look at all of these ghosts that's haunting this person while they sleep. But she's begging for guidance. She's praying, all right, for that key. She's hoping that someone comes along and save her. Like, please send somebody, send a dove, send someone to come save me. Send me my saving grace, a lifeline. Like, she's really looking for a lifeline. She's really looking for someone to come save her. She's hoping that she can make some sort of deals, all right, with this Page of Cups in reverse, all right. And she's like, you know, can she make some sort of offer to give some sort of information for her protection, all right? But it's not looking like it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? She's really trying to get things to turn over in her favor. I can't make it up with the Wheel of Fortune. She's really hoping and praying to get a lifeline. She's looking to get some sort of opportunity, a stroke of luck, all right, where she could be like, listen, this Page of Cups in reverse, she wants someone to even just make her a small offer or opportunity to speak up about what it is that she knows. And she's going to say, listen, it's a lot that y'all don't know about with this moon. It's a lot of secrets, all right, that I have. And she's like, if I reveal these secrets and I give y'all this information, will y'all give me a deal, all right? That's what she's trying to do at this time. Work out some sort of deal that allows her to come clean, you know, with this Empress and speak up and say, you know, even more about what she knows. And if she does, will this whatever piece of information that she knows about, will that be enough to get her out of the situation? So I'm gonna hold you. Listen, I see the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. She knows more about the trafficking, okay, about the trafficking, but that's not going to help her because she has to understand that that's not stuff. This is what the world is running off of. So if she thinks that that's going to be enough information to get her out, well then, shoot, I don't know. Let's see. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and see what they're talking about in the energy. Look what I just put the deck on. She got a whole attachment going on right now. She has an entity attachment. Like, she's, you know, like she's, I mean, you would when you're working with the DIVEL. Like, but she can't stop thinking about whoever this relationship is, that she's obsessed with, that she can't move on from. Whoever this person is that she, feel like is her lover. I don't even want to go into that and whether or not that's even, Epstein or not. I don't care if these two are still secretly dealing with each other, because like I said, as far entertainment purposes only, allegedly he's still alive. So we're gonna have to see what he's doing. We're gonna do that right after this. But I just wanted to see really quickly, what is this information that she has to offer up that she claims she still knows. What is this information that she has to offer about? Oh, I told you it's about the Niños. It's about a cold-hearted one, a specific man, all right? He is disgusting. He's a nasty individual that she was working with, all right? And I told you it was about the Niños, all right? She has more information about the trafficking and about things like that and how the operation works and, how everything is working. This is sick. Okay, so it's about Epstein, all right? Yeah, she got more information about whoever this pair is, this Ice King and Queen. It's a couple. All right, yeah. Okay, that she wants to, that tried to create endings for her, tried to destroy her life. She wants to, flip this back on them with this endings and destruction coming out in reverse. I'm seeing conflict and love offer in reverse. So whoever this woman is giving that. Whoever this woman is, listen. Like I said, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What I'm seeing here in the energy is that he moved on with someone else. He has a new woman that he is in love with, and she's not hearing it. She's not feeling it. Okay, like, she's still in love, and she wants to know, she's mad about whoever this new woman is that he made a love offer to. Okay, she's not really going for it. She ain't that stupid. Okay, listen, I'm hearing what is love. Listen, she knows that she's foolish or whatever for dealing with this person, but she can't walk away. Like, she not trying to have this ending. She want to still be in his energy. Like, she don't want to move forward and let this go. She wants him to keep working on a relationship with her. She don't like the fact that he's being cold towards her, and he don't want to deal with her. All right, so that's what I have. I'm not gonna go too deep into the Nino stuff, but she definitely knows more about that, and she's stuck, in a place where she wants to keep dealing with him, but she knows about that, and whatever information that she has, I guess she wants to go ahead and bring it to the light so that she can get back out. But yeah, last 3 questions we got: were there any victims who spoke out? Well, that's a clear answer of yes. And then it says, what was little James and why is it important? And are there ongoing investigations and lawsuits? Yeah, there's ongoing investigations and lawsuits. So we're going to switch up these questions a little bit and see. So what is Epstein? First of all, let's see, what is Epstein doing right now? What is he doing right now? What is he currently doing now that we know he's still around? What is he doing and focused on and working on? What is that monster out here doing? Listen, these wanted to fall off, and I'm seeing angulation in reverse, and it was an inside job. That's how they wanted to get him, and it didn't work. I'm telling you, that's how they tried to get rid of him. It was by that hanging him, and it didn't work. He's paying attention to social media. He's watching the news. He's watching everything that's going on. All right. He's definitely his emotions scattered. All right. His emotions is all over the place currently. Foodie photographer. I don't know if he's hasn't been able to eat what he normally likes, but he's definitely indulging without somewhere, trying to make some healthier choices, I guess. But he's definitely watching the news. He's watching the media. He's seeing everything that's going on. All right, yeah, I'm seeing human GPS in reverse. He's not going anywhere. All right, we got the cat lady coming out here. He's inside somewhere because he know that if he's outside, then people may possibly see him, and he don't want no one to be able to catch up with him or watch him. He don't want to slip up and make any kind of mistakes. So he's definitely staying off the grid. All right, so that's what I got from this human GPS in reverse. He's off the grid. He's not trying to be around whoever he definitely don't want to be around this lane. I tell you that right now. That's what this is giving me with this cat lady. That's just lane. He don't want nothing to do with her. He don't want to be around her. He's trying to stay away from her. Okay, but he is keeping up with everything that he's seeing. You know, any conversations happening about him, whether that's on social media, the news, all of that good stuff. And yeah, like I said, he's scattered. His emotions is all over the place. He's trying to make healthier choices, I guess, but I don't know if that's actually working out for him. Confirmation. I don't think that's actually working out for him with the phone call that I just got. I'm gonna have to call him back. But yeah, no, I'm bugging. I left that out to see. Like, is that working for him? Is this working for him? Y'all making these healthier choices and decisions, or like, is this working out for him? How's that going? Making healthier choices and decisions and staying inside and awkward, you know. Yeah, it's got him scattered. You know, he's not used to it. He's volatile, up and down, seeming real bipolar, just really stressed out, overwhelmed, you know, trying to stay happy, trying to put on a good face, but it's very awkward for him. It's something new for him. He really wants to go back to doing the old things that he used to do, but he knows that he can't go outside, that if he gets caught up, if anybody sees him, it will be a problem. All right, he's trying to be patient. He's trying to wait on the right time. He's trying to, you know, just be patient with himself and hope that he can start to, you know, survive everything, survive the rest of his life and make healthier choices and stay out of the way. That's essentially what I'm seeing here. So let's see if he is at, if he's, where is he? Is he on Little James Island? Like, is that where he's at? Because people are like, what was Little James and why was it important and all that stuff? So we know that was his little island. So is he there right now? That popped out. What's that? 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh, I think he let that go. I think he had to let that go. I think he knew it was causing too much issues and problems. He's making the plans for something new, all right, in private, in secret, because we got the 3 of Cups coming out in reverse. He don't want no one to know about where he is. Okay, so he is somewhere in some crazy relationship. Like I said, he got some sort of love with some woman that he's with, that he is off, you know, hiding with. But he's trying to stay away from G-Slang. He's trying to stay away from anybody that he knows with this 3 of Cups in reverse. He's not partying. He's not celebrating. He's not out having fun. He's definitely trying to stay out of the spotlight. So I don't think he would be at Little James, because Little James is, you know, where they used to do all of their nasty, disgusting stuff, all right, with this 3 of Cups. That's where they used to party, have fun, and do all that stuff. He's not trying to be around that. So I would say no, he's not there. Yeah, he's trying to stay away from anything that might possibly get him caught up, all right. He with this 5 of Wands in reverse, he knows that, you know, that situation had to be cut short because they were doing really, you know, sick, disgusting things there, and it would be easy to, you know, incriminate himself there. There's evidence about the things that they did to the Ninos and all of that stuff. That's all there. And so he's trying to bury that deep down with this Queen of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Cups in reverse. He don't want to acknowledge it. He doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to think about it. He's trying to put all of that in his past and pretty much try to act like that version of him and that part of his life don't exist. It's really sick and sad. But he's trying to move away from destruction now. He's trying to act like, you know, he don't want nothing to do with those type of destructive behaviors and things. He's just trying to put it in the past. So no, he's not there. He's not thinking about going there, and he don't want to end up there and then people get him, you know, find out that he's still alive or he get caught up. So I wouldn't see that he is there. I'm not gonna go too much more into what was being done. Like I said, it was partying, it was having fun, and it was doing really nasty, disgusting, regrettable things with Ninos and other things like that. So that is what I have as far as that. So they asked about the victims. So I do actually, real quick, let's see, are there more that obviously there's always going to be more that we don't know about, but tell me about these victims. And, you know, obviously, well, let me not say obviously, but these people, you know, they knew that they had to speak up, because I'm not going to say obviously, because that was a hard thing to do, to even come out and speak out about that. But I just want to know about the victims and how they're feeling at this time, and what's the energy around that, because I'm sure there's so many that, you know, are no longer here or that can't even speak up. All Okay, so the energy of the victims. This is interesting. I don't know about this. Okay, I'm seeing 10-10. So a lot of them are just trying to move forward. They're trying to close out those cycles and focus on the future, focus on new beginnings, because we do have the Fool here. Ooh, that was wild the way that came out. Confirmation. They're really trying to focus on creating new beginnings. They really want to leave those burdens in the past with this Ten of Wands in reverse. They really are trying not to even think about it. They're just not wanting to keep that as a part of their, stop them from moving forward, basically, with this Three of Wands and Ten of Wands in reverse. They don't want this keeping them locked up, keeping them pigeonholed from really doing what it is that they want to do, going after their passions. These people are trying to, stand alone and actually believe in happiness, believe in, wish fulfillment, believe that they can still have a good life. They're just trying to remain at peace with this Ten of Cups. That's what I'm getting. Like, they're really trying to forget about all of those things that happened in the past and bury it kind of deep down. Yeah, they're focused towards the future. They feel like, things have worked out in their favor, okay, with the Six of Wands in the world and the King of Wands in reverse. They feel like, and I hope none of his victims see this, because they're in the energy of feeling very happy and victorious that his world came crashing down. They're very happy that he's no longer living, that he's no longer alive, that they no longer have to think about him, or that he's, they feel like this is not an issue anymore. This is not something that they have to worry about. And so they're just happy, that's something of the past and that he's no longer here. That's what I'm picking up from this. They're happy that his life has been cut short and that they can move forward. It says military retreats and all recovery missions are abandoned. It's official. No hope. You're on your own. So they're happy that the world doesn't see him in the same light anymore. That's another thing. They're happy that people don't view him the same. They're happy that people know him for who he really is and see that he is a sick, nasty, disgusting individual, and that people are not going to be out here celebrating him, or that he can't still wear this fake ass charming mask that he was wearing in the past with this Knight of Wands. All right, being all, I'm just so charming and nice and sweet, and I'm innocent. Hi, how are you? Like, that kind of, just real charming. That's the word that I want to use for it, okay? And manipulative. They're happy that they're no longer under his manipulative energy and that they can't be conned by him anymore. Okay, so that's what people are happy about. That they can't be taken advantage of financially, emotionally, physically, anything of the sort. And the ongoing investigations is the last thing that I want to look into. Are these ongoing investigations even real? Do they actually intend to serve some sort of justice? Because like I said, it seems like the man is still out here. All right, like, so what is the tea with these ongoing investigations? What are we missing? Is this real? What is the point of this? Okay, let's start there. What is the point of these ongoing investigations? Like, are y'all gonna help these victims? Like, what's really going on here? Listen, the Page of Swords in reverse, the Judgment, Four of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. So yeah, they want to tear down his foundation. It's all about, changing, making sure that he's always thought of in a negative light. They want to ensure that, Judgment, that this is what this is supposed to be, some sort of karma, some sort of judgment for him. But with the Page of Swords in reverse, I don't know if it's actually going to happen. I'm seeing the Emperor and the Empress. So yeah, they basically want to make an example out of Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein. Like, this is the idea with these two, right? The Emperor and the Empress. That's that pair, that couple. They want to make an example out of them, and show that they don't, that they don't support that with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. That they don't, that they're not people that the government deals with or trust, because like I said, they don't want to hear about no pleas, no nothing. Like, because these people, to them, are ops, because they know stuff that they don't want people to know. They have secrets that they don't want to come out, so they want to make sure that these people are locked away. Okay, with the Four of Wands in reverse, they want to lock them in a cell and throw away the key. Like, they don't want nobody to ever hear about anything that they know. Okay, they don't want to ever see these people coming after them again. They feel like they have to watch their back. All right, when it comes to these people, that's the whole point of the lawsuit. Is like with this Page of Swords in reverse, they want them viewed in a very negative, nasty light. They don't want them to ever be able to come back from this and ever be able to use anything that they know, use any leverage with this Ace of Cups. They never want them to have any leverage again in this society and in this world. They don't ever want them to come back and be known, or for people to want to collaborate with them or work with them. Okay. All right, yeah, Seven of Cups in reverse. They never want their dirty deeds to come to light. They never want them to have partnerships and connections and, people. Again, that's the point of doing the, the lawsuits and everything, is to pretty much shut down any type of credibility that they may have, and also find out about, make sure that they keep whatever partnerships and connections under wraps. All right, it's all about controlling the narrative here, because if we tell these people that them two was evil and they were so bad and all of this stuff, and we call judgment on them, then we can distract them with the Four of Pentacles in reverse and not have them paying attention to what's really going on, which is the fact of the Seven of Cups in reverse, that a lot of the people that we see right now walking amongst us and around us were intertwined and involved and connected. All right, this was all about connections and partnerships and unions and friendships, and they know that if they keep this under wraps, then they don't have to let it be known that they were intertwined and connected with this pentagram, with this bloodline, with this cult-ish, with this, okay? That's what that's about, all right? So that is pretty much what I have for the reading, guys. I'm going to, leave it there, because like I said, it can get real sticky, icky, okay? And yeah, they want to shatter these two's dreams, but that's what I'm leaving for that. The last question that I want to ask is, what's the outcome here for each person? We'll just go one by one on the outcome for each person, which is going to be Epstein, Ghislaine, the victims, and then the lawsuit lastly. So that's how we'll close out the reading, because I know it's getting long. Alright, so tell me about the outcome for Jeffrey. The outcome for Jeffrey Epstein, please, ancestors. What is going to be his outcome? I'm seeing road. It's coming out in reverse. So it's the end of his road as far as whatever reign of terror that he had. Not reign of terror. Yeah, that's what apparently that's what my ancestors wanted to say. Anything else? Yeah, listen, couple in reverse. Listen, it's over for these two. Nothing is ever going to be the same for them, with everything that they've done. They are excommunicated. Yeah, listen, and they're going to be in a lot of regret because they are excommunicated. Okay? Him and his partner is going to be, off somewhere outside on the outskirts, in regret for the fact that they even involved themselves in the situation. Yeah, debt. He's going to be in a lot of debt financially. Yeah, he's going to be sad. He's going to be in a lot of regret. And whatever it is, whatever partnership with this couple, they put an end to it. He is not of the bloodline. Just give me one more, y'all, for this outcome. I just let that fall out the thing. Yeah, runaway in reverse. With abuse and neglect. So he's going to be stuck, not able to run away from the things that he have done, and constantly overthinking, having sleepless nights, being haunted by the nightmare of everything that he's done. And it's an end to whatever road and partnership he had with the powers that be, and any kind of connections and life that he had. So yeah, he's not going to be able to run away from it. All right, yeah, with healing in reverse, he's never going to stop thinking about this. He's going to be stuck, haunted, possibly not even doing the healing work. So tell me about Ghislaine now. What's going to be her ultimate outcome? I know that the future changes, but tell me her outcome. I'm seeing both in reverse, and oh no. All right, so I'm not going to say anything more about that, because like I said, I'm going to have to hurry up and close out this reading and sage, because I don't want to go too much into that. But that's Ghislaine's outcome. Apparently things not moving forward with the victims. Let's see what the victims outcome is going to be. Aliens. Yeah, it's them separating themselves and trying to put this in the past. They might feel on the outskirts when it comes to the situations. There may be more lawsuits with legal proceedings coming out here. Tell me more about the victims, the outcome for the victims, please. The outcome for the victims. Got power supply. Alrighty. So things are going to be looking up. Like, it's giving me windmill. That's giving me windfall. So they're going to definitely be, these legal proceedings is definitely going to have them. Basically what I'm getting from this is that they're going to make a lot of money. They're going to come into some money. Their finances and career is, not career, but their finances specifically. They're going to come into a financial windfall. They're going to make money off of these legal proceedings. And this is going to make them go ghost with the alien. They're going to go ghost. They're going to be out of the picture. All right. That's the outcome for them if it hasn't already happened. This is, any future lawsuits. These people will just be collecting their money, collecting their windfall, and then going about their way and staying up out the way because they don't want nobody in their business. Yeah, they're going to be away from social media with burial and social media coming out in reverse. They are going to be putting a lot to rest, staying away from social media, staying on the outskirts, staying off the grid, all right, staying out the way. You got to lay low. They will definitely be laying low. Okay, and then lastly, these legal proceedings, which we did see that card come out here. Tell me about these legal proceedings. Clean up in reverse. Oh yeah, he's not gonna be able to. Nothing is going to be swept under the rug as far as this. You see how the powers that be move when it comes to the people that image that they want to destroy. They don't try to clean it up when it's the people who image that they want to destroy. I'm seeing egotism. Yeah, this is all about control and power dynamics and proving that they can do that they do care with this healing. Oh, we care. We don't want to see people doing bad things, and we don't want to see horrible things, and we don't want African to be a thing. You understand what this card coming out? Like, this is all about exerting control when it comes to the king. I cannot make it up. Do you see this card? This person is, yo, this is sick. This person is in traffic. I have to, Sage, and get out of this reading, bro. I'm so glad that was the last thing that I was looking into, child. Oh my God. The way that just went down my spine, I'm over it. All right, ancestors, I love y'all, but I'm done. Okay, with this reading. So yeah, this is definitely about them exerting control. All right, and cleaning this mess up. They know that this man didn't commit suicide. They know that it's not true. All right, he's still alive, and behind closed doors, they are prosecuting him, and they are going to get him because this is all about them healing their bruised ego, because he bruised their ego. That's what Epstein did. Yeah, listen, I can't make it up. The last card for the outcome for the legal proceedings is motel hotel. So what this is giving me is that they're going to be having meetings, all right, to discuss how they're going to destroy this man, because the meetings will continue, business as usual. This is what this is giving me. The meetups and the secret meetups and all of that stuff, they will continue. But he's somewhere hiding out. He definitely didn't commit suicide, and they're going to be going after him. All right, this is not going to be something that he's going to be able to clean up. And this is all about them exerting power, dynamics, and control, because he went against the powers that be, and he knows too much. And I don't know if it gives the vibe that he initially went into this trying to find out information, but he didn't understand that there's a price to pay for all of these things with impulse buy coming out in reverse. And he's definitely going to pay a major price for trying to mess with the powers that be. This is crazy. My stomach is in knots. I gotta get out of this reading. I love you guys, and I'm gonna see y'all later. All right.